Hi everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel Sports History. Today I will tell you about history of basketball part 2. I hope you will love this video and don't forget to subscribe this channel for sports history. Naismith's original rules. There were only 13 rules of basketball. The ball may be thrown in any direction with one or both hands. The ball may be batted in any direction with one or both hands. A player cannot run with the ball, the player must throw it from the spot on which he catches it, allowance to be made for a man who catches the ball when running at good speed. The ball must be held in or between the hands, the arms or body must not be used for holding it. No shouldering, holding, pushing, tripping or striking in any way the person of an opponent shall be allowed. The first infringement of this rule by any person shall count as a foul, the second shall disqualify him until the next goal is made, or if there was evident intent to injure the person, for the whole of the game, no substitute. A foul is striking the ball with the fist, violation of Rules 3 and 4, and such as described in Rule 5. If either side makes 3 consecutive fouls it shall count a goal for opponents. A goal shall be made when the ball is thrown or batted from grounds into the basket and stays there. If the ball rests on the edge and the opponent moves the basket it shall count as a goal. When the ball goes out of bounds it shall be thrown into the field and played by the person first touching it. In case of a dispute, the umpire shall throw it straight into the field. The thrower in is allowed 5 seconds. If he holds it longer it shall go to the opponent. If any side persists in delaying the game, the umpire shall call a foul on them. The umpire shall be the judge of the men and shall note the fouls, and notify the referee when 3 consecutive fouls have been made. The referee shall be the judge of the ball and shall decide when the ball is in play, in bounds, and to which side it belongs, and shall keep the time. He shall decide when a goal has been made and keep account of the goals with any other duties that are usually performed by a referee. The time shall be 15-minute halves, with 5-minute rests between. The side making the most goals in that time shall be declared the winner. In the case of a draw, the game may, by agreement of the captains, be continued until another goal is made. YMCA, U.S. Army spread development. YMCA had a major role in spreading basketball throughout the United States, Canada, and the world. In 1893, Mel Rideout arranged the first European match in Paris, in Montmartre. At the same time, Bob Gailey went to Tientsin, China. The First World War broke out in 1914, and the U.S. Army started fighting in Europe in 1917. During World War I, the American Expeditionary Force took basketball wherever it went. Together with the troops, there were hundreds of physical education teachers who knew basketball. Naismith also spent 2 years with YMCA in France in that period. Early professional leagues, teams, and organizations. The first professional league was founded in 1898. 6 teams took part in the National Basketball League, and the first champions were the Trenton Nationals, followed by the New York Wanderers, the Bristol Pile Drivers and the Camden Electrics. The league was abandoned in 1904. Then, many small championships were organized, but most of them were not as important as some teams who played for money against challengers. The original Celtics, for instance, are considered the fathers of basketball 15 and were presented as world's basketball champions 15. The players had to sign a contract to play with them, and Jim Fury organized matches as a circus, moving daily from town to town. The Celtics became the strongest team, and their successes lasted from 1922 until 1928, when the team disbanded due to ownership problems. The original Celtics are sometimes incorrectly thought of as forebears of the current Boston Celtics of the NBA. In reality, they share only a name, as today's Celtics were not founded until 1946, nearly 2 decades after the demise of the original Celtics. In 1922, the first all-African American professional team was founded, the Wrens, also known as New York Renaissance or Harlem Renaissance. 16. The Wrens were the original Celtics' usual opponent, and for their matches a ticket cost $1. 17. They took part in some official championships and won the first World Professional Basketball Tournament in 1939. The team disbanded in 1949. In the 1920s and 1930s, Eastern Basketball League, founded in 1909, 18, Metropolitan Basketball League, founded in 1921, 19, and American Basketball League, founded in 1925, 20, were the most important leagues. Basketball in American colleges. See also college basketball. The greatest level of early basketball activity outside of YMCAs was seen in American colleges. The first known U.S. college to field a basketball team against an outside opponent was Vanderbilt University, which played against the local YMCA in Nashville, Tennessee, on February 7, 1893. 21. The second recorded instance of an organized college basketball game was Geneva College's game against the New Brighton YMCA on April 8, 1893, in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, which Geneva won 3-0. 21. The first recorded game between two college teams occurred on February 9, 1895, when Hamline University faced Minnesota A&M, which later became a part of the University of Minnesota. 21-22, Minnesota A&M won the game, which was played under rules allowing 9 players per side, 9-3. 22. The first intercollegiate match using the modern rule of 5 players per side is often credited as a game between the University of Chicago and the University of Iowa, in Iowa City, Iowa, on January 18, 1896. 21-23, the Chicago team, which was organized by Amos Alonzo Stagg, who had learned the game from James Naismith at Springfield YMCA, won the game 15-12. 22-23, some sources state the first true 5-on-5 intercollegiate match was a game in 1897 between Yale and Penn, because the Iowa team, that played Chicago in 1896, was composed of University of Iowa students, but did not officially represent the University of Iowa, rather being organized through a YMCA. 22. By 1900 the game of basketball had spread to colleges across the country. By 1897 the U.S. Amateur Athletic Union AAU had taken over oversight of basketball activity from YMCA. 22. In April 1905, representatives of 15 colleges separately took over control of the college game, creating the Collegiate Basketball Rule Committee. 22. The committee was in turn absorbed into the predecessor of the National Collegiate Athletic Association (NCAA) in 1909. 22. The extremely popular NCAA men's basketball tournament was started in 1939. First International Games. This section needs expansion. You can help by adding to it. March 2019. After its arrival in Europe, basketball developed very quickly. In 1909 the first international match was held in St. Petersburg. Mayak St. Petersburg beat a YMCA American team. 24. The first great European event was held in 1919 in Joinville-le-Pont, near Paris, during the Inter-Allied Games. United States, led by future Hall of Fame player Max Friedman, won against Italy and France, and then Italy beat France. Basketball soon became popular among French and Italians. The Italian team had a white shirt with the House of Savoy shield and the players